Hello everyone, my name is Manoj Kulkarni. In this video, we will see how to use the new embedded fonts feature in Xamarin Forms. This feature basically allows us to use the font files easily in Xamarin Forms without making any change in native projects like Android and iOS, without making any change in the platform specific projects. So let's get started. So there is just one prerequisite that we need to make sure the Xamarin Forms version in our application is greater than 4.5.530. So I have already created a Xamarin Forms application using the blank template. So let's check the Xamarin Forms version. It's less than 4.5.530, so we need to update it to that version or above that. So let's just update the Xamarin Forms version. So let's go back to manage package updates, update the Xamarin Forms. I will just update to the latest version. Okay, the Xamarin Forms successfully updated. Okay, now the next thing is we will need a font file. We will be using the FontAwesome's icon to display in the Xamarin Forms project. So let's go to the FontAwesome site to download this font. So this is the home page of the FontAwesome.com. We need to click on start for free, then scroll down. This is the big download button that we need to click on, and there is another button that we need to click on is the download FontAwesome free for the web. I have already downloaded this to save the time. So let's just go back to the Visual Studio and add the font files. So we can basically add the OTF and the TTF font files in our shared project. So let's first create folder, resources, in that fonts, and just add the files. So click on the existing file, go back to desktop. This is the folder that I downloaded for the FontAwesome. We need to go to the web fonts and let's just select this TTF file, solid 900 TTF. Okay, let's yes, copy to the directory. And now the next step is we need to make sure the build action for this TTF file is embedded resource. Make sure right click, go to build action, set it as embedded resource. Okay, now there is one more step that we need to do is the add and export font attribute. There are two places that where we can add that. Is the one is the assemblyinfo.cs and another one is the app.xaml.cs. So let's go to assemblyinfo and add that attribute. Here we have to specify the font file name. So let's grab that font file name. And the second parameter is an alias. This is the name that we can use throughout the application easily, so that we don't have to specify the font file name every time where we need to use it. So yes, now we are set to use the FontAwesome icons in our Xamarin project. So let's go to main page. Now we can clear this welcome Xamarin Form text. Now the next thing is we need to add the Unicode of the icon that we need to use. So let's go to the FontAwesome site and see the icons available in the solid FontAwesome TTF file. So I have already gone to the page, and these are the icons that we can add in our Xamarin Forms project. There are too many, so let's just grab one icon. Let's just use this Apple icon. We need to copy the Unicode character. Let's just copy it, go back to Visual Studio and paste. So to use this easily, we need to escape this Unicode characters. So for that purpose, we need to prefix this with ampersand hash and x and simple. Okay, so this is the part. Now just let's run the application on both platforms, Android and iOS. It's taking time to build. Okay, build is successful. Now let's run the app on the Android emulator first. The icon is not visible. What we are missing? Okay, we haven't specified the font family, so let's just specify, and we can use the alias name that we have specified in the export font attribute directly. Let's just copy that and paste it here. Now let's run the application again. This time the icon should be visible. Yes, now the Apple icon is now visible. There are different attributes using which we can change the size, color also. So let's just try that part. Let's just change the font size to maybe, I will specify the number directly, 35. Let's go back to emulator. Yeah, it's now a big one. We can also change the color using the text color attribute. Maybe a purple color. Okay, yeah, it changed it. So now let's just try running the application on iOS to make sure the font icon is visible on the iOS as well. Yes, the font icon is visible on the iOS as well. So we can now use the FontAwesome icon easily in both Android and iOS project without making any change in the platform specific project. There is one more trick. Instead of using this icons Unicode character directly in here, there is one site using which we can convert this Unicode character into a C# class, so that we can easily access the icons in XAML file. So let's go to that site. I will just grab the URL. So here we need to browse the TTF file that we just added in our share project, and it will convert the all Unicode characters in the C# file. So we have used this solid 900 TTF. So let's open that file, and here it has converted all the Unicode character in a C# file and also in a static constant, so we can recognize the character from the name itself easily. So let's just copy this file, go back to Visual Studio, create a new C# file, icon to font, and paste in here. Okay. So these are the icons that we can use in our project. So let's go back to the top. We need to make this class a public so that we can access it in the XAML file. So these are the icons that we can use. So to use this file in XAML, so we need to make use of the static markup extension. So let's first import the namespace for this icon font class in our XAML file. So let's add the namespace. I will give it a name as icon scalar namespace. I will copy the namespace. Okay, that's it. Okay, now instead of directly specifying the character, I can just use the static markup extension. I have to use the icon label, then icon to font, and here have access to all the icons available. Let's just use the any icon. Okay. And now let's run the application again to make sure we are still able to see the icon. Here we go, we can see the icon, and this allows us to this also help us to see the which icons we are using in the XAML file easily instead of specifying the Unicode character in XAML files directly. This improves the readability also. So thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.